Hello everybody, good evening. It's a little bit after 8. I'm Lauren Robbins and just wanted to kind of come on. And I have a scheduled Facebook Live, and I'm not going to be on every Tuesday, but I'm going to try very hard to be on every other Tuesday if possible. So I wanted to do a scheduled Facebook Live and say hello to everybody. I'm going to wait for some people to come on, and then I'll be doing some readings. I'm going to do a couple things to make some announcements, and I'll get into some readings when I see some more people coming on. Hey Amanda, how you doing? Welcome. And please come on because I'll be sharing some important information and updates. I hope I clicked on the right Facebook Live. I did announce that I was doing it, so I'm not sure, but I just did it in my actual Facebook page. So the first thing I do want to say while people are coming on, I'm going to let people just keep adding on, is number one, please do not respond to anybody that's claiming they are me before, after this late Facebook Live or during the Facebook Live, asking you for donations if you want a private reading, because I do not do that with my clients. If I am offering private readings, it's going to be, if I'm doing any readings at all on here, it is on my Facebook Live. That's it. I do not do them. I do not contact clients on here and say, oh, you want a donation? How you doing? I'm going to do a reading. Do you want a reading now? I don't have the time to do that. It's not that I don't love you and care, but it's not my brand. That's not how I run my business. So, hey, Lisa, and I just saw your email about something, so thank you. Hey, Jamie. So I'm going to wait for some more people to come on. And again, like I was saying in the beginning, please do not respond to anybody that claiming that are me, that contacts you almost immediately with the medium Lauren Robbins name saying they are me. Do you want a free reading? Do you want to make a donation? I actually had clients telling me that they were talking to somebody because they thought it was me and gave them money. Please do not do that. Please. So a couple updates while waiting for some people to get on. I did announce this through my email, and if you do not have, you're not on my email list, please visit my website at www.mediumlaurenrobbins.com and click on my home page to subscribe to my free email, in which I will tell people when I am doing my Facebook Lives. Hey Uma, hey Lisa, hey Christine, hey Elizabeth, hey Jamie. I'm doing great, thank you. And so I appreciate people. If you have not already liked and subscribed, not subscribed, but liked and followed my Facebook page, please do so. It will help you to know when I'm going to be on Facebook to do readings. Hey Peggy, haven't talked to you in a bit. And so I just finished my evening of readings, and so I'm going to be populating some, I'm going to be doing some readings tonight, psychic and mediumship. While I'm waiting for some more people to come on, I'm going to definitely tell you about a couple things. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Kristen. Nice to see you guys. I love the loves. Hey, Deanna. What's up, girlfriend? It's so good to see everybody. So a couple things. I am banging out the events. I'm banging them out. Things are changing, people. The industry is changing. I need to be out there more, and I realize this. So I am coming out. I'm coming out. I want the world to know. Who's going to dance with me? And I'm going to say that I did pour a little glass of wine, so I do have some left over from my events in here. So who's going to have some wine with me? Tell me, who's going to have some wine? So I'm going to let you know that I like my glass of wine, but I'm going to tell you about some upcoming stuff that's going on. Hey, Caitlin. So I'm going to say, number one, if you are around this area, please tell me if you are interested in any of these following events, and maybe you can still get some tickets because they're on sale now. A lot of things are happening. So I'm waiting for more people to populate. I will do readings momentarily. Hey, Sandra, and anybody else, like I was saying, that's coming on, please do not respond. Nobody respond to anybody that is claiming they are me right after the Facebook Lives or during the Facebook Lives. It is not me asking for donations or if you want a reading. The only time I do readings is Facebook Live on my Facebook platform, obviously. And when people schedule me, now I'm also doing instant readings, which I have been with the Best Psychic Directory for 14 years. So I offer those evenings, Mondays, Wednesdays, sometimes Thursdays, from 8 to 10 for people that have an emergency reading. You can get that website link on my website on my services page. And I do scheduled readings as well as medium events. Hey, Victoria. Hey, Nancy. Nice to see you. Hey, Paula. What's going on? So I'm going to tell you, please, again, there's been scammers. I've had to put it on my Facebook page that people are scamming. They create a Facebook page that looks just like mine. They copy my picture. They say they're medium Lauren Robbins. And it has been a problem for a long time, to the point that they tried to report my page as being a false page. And I have been battling with Facebook for years. You would think that they would know by now. Hey, Tracy, what's going on, girlfriend? So a couple of coming events, blah, I wanted to say are, it's so nice when I get on here because I just feel like it's after the day of readings, I can just chill. Hey, Kimberly. So Friday, here we're going to go. Boom, here we're going to go. Friday, October 11th is my next live one in Norwood at Mick Morgan's, one of my favorite places to have medium events. Only 60 to 70 people. If anybody wants to go, Gail, what's up, girlfriend? Then Sunday, October 20th, I will be at a paranormal and horror conference in Salem, Massachusetts. Now, this is with some of the original Massacre Chainsaw crew from 1974 film are going to be there. Well, I'll be there on Sunday, the 20th of October, and I will have a booth, and I'm going to be signing books, and I'm also going to be talking about Ruth Marie Terry, because they dubbed me the Lady of the Dunes medium. That's the producer. That was his choice. Hey, Brenda, what's up? My sister met you when she worked at Walgreens in Mansfield. Yes. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Brenda. I really appreciate that. Then on Thursday, this is something new I'm doing. It's in Mansfield, Massachusetts, baby. It's called Girls Night In. It is for 20 people only, and it's psychic and medium readings. So I'm only going to take 20 people, and it's going to be nice. We're going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to have some cheese and crackers. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Vicky. What's going on? And it's going to be a really nice night to just chill, be in our sweats. I'm going to do readings, and a lot of people are going to get read because it's only 20 people. And there's VIP tickets, too, for people that want to hang a little bit longer with me afterward. So that is on, Thursday, October 21st, called Girls Night In. Then on Sunday, for those spooky people who likes to get spooky with me, hey, Alexandra, I will tell you, I am having a paranormal and ghost hunting event. I love all the hearts. Thank you. I'm going to be reading in a minute. I just want to do these announcements. And that is for the people that like to get spooked on. I will tell you, last year I did the paranormal events in my office. Totally freaky. Okay? Totally freaky. The meters are going off. This building does have some paranormal activity in it because, it's over 100 years old, but it was just really, really bizarre because I was talking about these meters that really work with these apps, and they were going off ballistic. We're up on the second floor. Somebody was outside of this therapist's office that said children's therapist, and she's a children's therapist. Down the hallway, somebody that worked with this other person, it named that name that they worked with. Then there was a bunch of other things, and everybody was like freaking out. So it was really cool. Hey, Lisa. So it's going to be on Sunday, October 27th at 3, because I'm going to teach people about the paranormal. I'm going to show real ghost pictures and videos, and we're going to learn about equipment, and then I'm going to have you walk around, and anybody that's on a VIP ticket will actually go to a really spooky cemetery with me, because they only can take so many people without getting in trouble. So that's Sunday the 27th. Everybody can see this on my website. I'm going to post my website after this live so we can look at that stuff. Then Wednesday, for all my online people, tell me where you're from if you're not in Massachusetts or nearby. Where are you from? I'm going to not only have this, I'm going to also have, I sound like I'm like marketing like waterproof tape, whatever. I am also going to have an online, I'm really happy to see everybody. I love doing these. I'm going to be having an online girls' night in. That's right, people. We're going to sit there. We're going to have a little glass of wine. And okay, Sandra, you're going to have to go to my website and get a ticket, girlfriend. Okay, all right, awesome. Victoria, okay. Hey, Jody, what's going on? I love to see where people are coming from. So I'm going to have an online girls' night in on the 30th of October. Before Halloween. And the price is still the same because I could be one of those mediums that say, okay, let's do Burrillville. Okay, that's cool. Alabama. Hey, Diana. Attleboro. Okay. And I can tell you, I'm not one of those mediums that are going to put on an online event and have 50 people. So I'm doing 20. So the pricing is the same as being in my office, but I'm going to spend a lot of time doing readings. So awesome. I'd love to see where everybody's coming from. And then November 8th, I'll be back in Quincy at the Fox and Hound doing an event. And then November 17th, I'm going to be in Providence, another location. And I'm going to be doing end-of-life doula planning classes for people to prepare for the end of life. Also, tomorrow night, I will be on a podcast with a new acquaintance of mine that I met at a paranormal conference. His name is Scott Allen. And he is up in the Boston area. So I'm going to be on his podcast tomorrow as a guest for, I think it's called Spirits Talk. And I will be sharing that information soon. Anywho, you guys all ready for some readings? What's going on? And again, please, now I see about 24 people. Please do not respond to anybody after this Facebook Live. I love the hearts. After this Facebook Live and say, if people are like, oh, you want a reading? Oh, I need a donation. Oh, it was nice to see you on the Facebook Live. I will not do that. It's not that I don't love you. I'm going to tell you in person on this Facebook Live, hi to everybody, and I love you. I'm not going to ask you for a donation, and I'm not going to ask you to do a reading because that's just not my jam. You want to see me? You want to talk to me? You come on my Facebook Lives. You contact me for a private session. You go to one of my medium events. Then you really know it's me. Woohoo! Okay, so there we go. All right, no more. Okay. Hey, Betty. Okay, ready to go? All right, I love these because I get to be myself. All right, I'm going to see what's coming in for messages. I do recognize a lot of people. Norwood. Oh, awesome. Okay, I'm not ready just yet. Let me see. 444919. And finding dimes as well as loved ones coming in my dream. Okay, so I'm just going to say this to Paula since you asked me something already. So hold on 1 minute. Hey, Kevin. I did want to open the floor to see who was coming in from Spirit on their own first before I open up for questions. I will say honestly, people that like and follow my page on a religious basis, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean. And my regular clients, those are the ones I'm going to try to read, and then other people I'm going to try to read as well. I'm going to just try to do as best as I can, but I do like to see that they are my regular people because people will go on to these various pages to get free readings. And, you know, my thing is I take care of the people that have always been in my life and that are around me. Hey, Kimberly. Okay. So I'm going to just open up the floor and ask if there's any loved ones that want to come through, and I'm going to identify them first. I'll do that for a couple, and then let me know if this makes any sense to you. Karen, what's up? Okay. So there's a man coming through, and his name is John, and he had problems with his lungs and not being able to breathe, but it was also his heart, and he passed away this way. Does this make any sense to anybody right now? A John or a J? And he said that he had 3 children. Hey, Karen, what's going on? Me? Okay, Kimberly, so if it makes sense to you, or Victoria, tell me who this person was. He feels like he is a fatherly figure. This is what I like to do because I think this is more evidential than just answering people's questions. I will do that too. Because he's saying heart and lungs. He's saying his name is John, and he said he had 3 children. So who would this John be to you? Just write in the comments box. To me, this is kind of cool because, you know, like people go, hey, how do you do online readings? Is it just as good as being in your office or in the phone? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Are you right in front of me? No, you're on the screen, people. Okay, your dad. 2 dads, interesting. Okay, John. Okay, of course, Lisa. Your dad with 3 children. Okay, now this is what happens. Now we're going to battle it out. Not battle out in a bad way, but what happens is this can be common. You know, we have a lot of people that have heart issues and lung issues and 3 children or whatever, but now he's going to have to give me more specifics to see who identifies with the most. Is there somebody that he had a daughter or somebody else in the family named Chris or Christina? Or Chris. Does that make sense to you? Kimberly? Oh, thank you. This is my fall nail color. Does this make sense to anybody with a Chris? Because I'm hearing like a Chris or with this father that came through his name. He did say he was a dad, and his name was John. He had 3 children, but he said something about Chris or Christina. Would that make sense to anybody that said that that you feel like this is your dad? Anybody in the family? Okay, because I heard that unless it's somebody else that's coming in. Christina. He also said there was something wrong with his head, the same person, like he would have had a stroke as well. So it was heart, lungs, and head, like he had a stroke, because he said I had a stroke, because I can feel the pain in my head. Does that make any sense to anybody? So it would be the same person, John, lungs, heart, 3 children, and stroke with his head. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Carrie. Okay. Who had the person with the Chris? Did he have somebody that was married, who was married to with a Christina, or anything like that that would make sense? Or a child with that name, Chris or Christina, because I keep hearing it. Okay, he had memory issues with his head. Kimberly, does it make any sense, though, with the Chris? It does not matter it doesn't matter. He's just saying Christina or Chris to me. Interesting. Okay, so Kristen, are you saying, and Kimberly, are you saying that there's a Christina tied into this John in any way? The same person I'm talking to. His sister. Interesting. His sister. Okay, how about you, Kristen? Does that make sense? Because this is what we'll do. It's like not a battle of spirit loved ones, but sometimes they keep going so we can figure out who it works. It doesn't mean that it doesn't belong to both of you, but sometimes it's like they'll keep going so we can validate more. Okay, so it sounds like, Kimberly, this is your person. So who was this to you? Is this your dad, did you say? So it sounds like, does this make sense with Christina? Not Christina, I'm sorry, Kimberly. Kimberly, does this make sense with the father named John? Lungs, had lung issues, heart issues. He had a problem with his head. He said he had a stroke. He had 3 children, and he kept on saying Christina or Chris. Okay, so who is this to you, your dad? Because he's coming in very strongly, because I can feel his chest. For those who do not know, I am a physical medium. That means I feel people's loved ones' pain and suffering. They don't have it anymore if they pass away, but I do feel it at the end of their life and their experiences. Just like when I'm reading somebody psychically, I feel their pain in their body or their emotions and things like that. That's what happens to me. So I don't read all the time because it does affect my physical state. So I'm very sorry. I'm glad, Kim, that Kimberly, that your dad, I believe it's your dad that came through, but he's doing okay on the other side. And he said he wants to know if Kimberly, I do have to ask this, he wants to know if she received the letter that he gave to her or some kind of envelope after he died. Would this make sense? Kimberly, can you please put a comment in the box? And if you don't know, just say, I'm not sure. I don't know anything about it. If you're still here, it might be very interesting. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, what's up? Okay, so I do want you to know that he's okay, but he's coming through. And this is, again, like what I'm saying, very interesting, because people that do know what they're doing with the mediumship world, if they do read online and they can read online, you looked for one, interested, but there is an envelope, he's saying, that he gave. I think it was for Christina. So there's an envelope out there, like with some instructions or something that he wanted to say. Hey, Peggy. Okay, so I wanted to say, like, so that was very interesting, because spirit doesn't matter if I'm in person with you, online with you, on the phone with you. They're going to tell me what they want to say. I'm in my office. I just did all these readings. They're probably in here with me right now. So they just want to come through and say that they are okay. So let me see. So right now, I'm just seeing right now who else is coming in, and then I'll just kind of answer some questions for people that, Jerry, that I know, that are regular followers, that have liked and followed my page, that I looked at the other day to see who was watching and who's following. And then I'm getting a head pain again from a woman named, she said Abby or Abigail or Abby. And I don't know if her daughter's name is Abby, but I hear Abby, I love you. It's mom. And I feel like there's an Abby and a Mary linked together. So it's somebody saying, Abby, I love you. And then I hear Mary, and then I hear mom. And she didn't have a chance to say goodbye, but it was a very quick heart attack, and she passed very quickly. So let me know in the comments box if this would make sense to you real quick, and then I'll do some readings for people in the group, and I'll kind of see what I'll ask. I'll start doing a couple medium readings, and then I'll do some psychic readings too, and I'll explain the difference in a minute. I usually stay on, by the way, Facebook Live for about 30 to 45 minutes, but I've been talking about certain things and doing some readings, cold readings real quick. But okay. Well, yes, of course, if you want to book, anybody can book. I am one of those mediums that doesn't only do events, but I also do private sessions. A lot of mediums don't do them anymore. And I do them in my office in Mansfield, online, the GoToMeeting, and by phone. And I'm international, so I can do it on GoToMeeting too. All righty. Okay, did that make sense with the Abby, I love you, mom, and Mary to anyone? If not, that's okay. But if it does make sense, make a comment in the box. Okay, so I'm going to open this up right now, because do you guys know, I'm sorry about that, about your mom. Do you know the difference between psychic and mediumship? So I am both a psychic and a medium, and people always think that they blend together. They don't necessarily blend together. Not the way that it works to me. So I've probably been as long as a psychic as I have been a medium. And a psychic is where we read the physical world. I read, when people come to me, I'm reading their spirit, their soul, anything that is going on with them, your soul and spirit knows. But I also can read, I don't know if other psychics can do this, but I can read people connected to you, your children, your spouses, your family members. I can tell if they're affecting you in any way, in a positive way, a negative way. If you're going to get married, you can have a child. Those are psychic readings, and I see through clairvoyance, I hear through clairaudience, I feel through clairsentience, and I feel like if something's wrong, like to be careful with it, or wait, or give you a timeline. Mediumship is, I am making 2 links, and I'm basically making a link to you, and then through you to them, and your loved ones are telling me all this information. Not you, your loved ones. Your loved ones are saying how they passed, how they, thank you, Jamie, how they passed, what happened to them, are they okay, have they made it to the other side, are they still transitioning, are they still processing, are they upset that they passed, Is there something they want to say? Do they know that you were there at the end of life? It's very interesting because I always get kind of like their end of life experiences. And I think it's beautiful because they give me certain things that it's very hard to validate. People think that psychics and mediums look up all your information before they read you. I don't have time for that. I'm sorry. I just don't. And the person that I pay that helps me book my appointments, she certainly doesn't have time to do it either. But to get somebody's actual feelings in their body is pretty evidential. Yes, Janice, I do private readings. You can always, at the end of this Facebook Live, I usually wait till it populates, and then I put out the link on my website, which is mediumlaurenrobbins.com. So I do lives, I do events locally to Mansfield, Massachusetts, starting to do online events again because it's getting cold. And I also do private office, phone, and online readings. I always have. That was always my main thing, is private readings. So if how it works, Kimberly, is that you'd contact my office through my website. You can either call my office. I'll give this information at the end. You can call my office to schedule, and you can either do it over the phone if you live locally and you want to call and you want to pay for a session over the phone. You can visit my website at mediumlaurenrobbins.com. You can request a session through email if you live internationally, and get a link to make the payment, or you can self-book. I have limited self-bookings available right now for the fall, and they get super busy. I have to take them down. But you can either book a 30-minute, which is more like insight and answering questions because there's not a whole lot of time to get in depth, or you can do a 60-minute session. So anyway, let's get into some readings. And you guys, I can leave I can leave some stuff at the end of this. All righty. All right. So I'm going to go into mediumship first. Why? Because it's more difficult to do and it's more time consuming. So I'm going to count to... thank you, Karen. I lost my husband almost 3 years ago. Now, everybody write notes, and I'll see what I can do for readings. I'll probably spend about 5 to 7 minutes on mediumship and then some more on the psychic ones. Lost my husband 3 years ago, very unexpectedly. I'm trying to move forward, and I'm wondering what the future holds for me. I've been getting lots of signals for me, like he's trying to get me to move forward. First of all, I'm very sorry for your loss. It is never easy, Carrie, to lose a spouse. Anyway, anybody lose anybody, because it's a loss we will never get over. I do feel like he's saying it's okay for you to move forward. I don't know if you're contemplating like dating or anything. He's giving you his approval. What happened to his heart? Let me know if something happened to his heart. I get terrible chest pains, Carrie. And people need to write comments below after I read them to tell me if this is making sense. It helps me to validate my work. It also makes sure that I'm getting the right thing with the right person. Remember, just like a medium event, I'm going between many different spirits and many different people asking questions. And I have to keep up with this. This is actually more difficult to do this than it would be a private reading or a private group event, because I'm going by the millisecond here. Okay, so just bear with me. Hey, Karen, I love you. I haven't seen you forever. Victoria Ryan, does my daughter's father have anything he wants to say to me? Very unexpected passing, and this building in my dreams means something over and over again. I'm seeing this building in my dreams. I know it's like back of the head. I don't know about the building. I do feel like Victoria, though, it was self-inflicted with his passing. Did he cause his own passing with some of the things? Hey, Sandra, my little girlfriend. My little girlfriend from Geno's that told me about some of these private messages coming from another medium, Lauren Robbins, that was not me, after these lives. He's saying something about not being there for you or not being there. He's sorry that he wasn't there. And I know that he passed, but... And you need to forgive her. Sorry I was not there, and you need to forgive her. Now you're going to have to tell me if this makes any sense. This is your mother or some other family member that you're very upset with. Please let me know if this makes any sense to you. I lost my husband 8 years ago. I'm really sorry, Jody. Okay, that's hard. Like, okay, I know you lost but the biggest thing I guess you guys could do, because maybe some of you aren't used to this, I just tell me if you're receiving any signs or asking if they're coming through in a particular way, because signs can be a variety of different people coming through, and sometimes they're different for each person. Jody, I do feel like he was very sickly, and I'm getting like lower abdominal pain. Please tell me if this is him that's coming through. Did he have prostate or lower abdominal pain? Susan, what happened to his chest? Barry, I feel like he can't breathe. Let me know, but he's okay. And Jody, your husband's is fine. I'm going to go into psychic stuff shortly. Tracy, I lost my grandfather when I lived in Georgia. I never got to say bye. I wanted him to meet my son, but my son was born after he passed. I'm very sorry, Michaela, but I will tell you, your grandfather is a guide for your grandson. I mean, your son. Very connected. He's very connected. Michaela, let me know if he sees your grandfather or did when he was a child. I'm sorry about your baby brother. He's fine, but he's with your mom, Kimberly. Okay, I lost my daughter almost 3 years ago to an overdose. I am so sorry, Brenda. That's very difficult. She said she didn't mean to. It was an accident. Why were there 2 things that she took? She said she took 2 things, and if she had just taken 1, it probably wouldn't have happened. But she said she took 2, and that was where her big mistake was. Brenda, let me know if that makes sense. Her psychic life path and tutories. Oh, thank you. Alexandra, I would love to know if my mom is coming forward. I lost her 2 years ago and wasn't able to be there. I'm so sorry. I feel like you're having a really hard time connecting to her, Alexandra. Your mother does try to come through in dreams. She said she is, but she said you're not paying attention to the dreams. I don't know if you're running around with like a bunch of kids or something. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Her psychic, life path, intuitive readings are fantastic. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much for your kind messages. He had a heart attack, and then it shut down, and we lost him in 12 hours. That would make sense. I'm so sorry. Okay, grandpa and grandmother, feel them around me. Is that a question, honey? Or are you asking me, are they around you, Lisa? Grandpa, around me. Your grandfather, particularly, Lisa, he's around a lot, and he makes noise. He hits things. He makes noise and hits things. Let me know if you're hearing any banging or noises in your house. Sure, Lindsay, I'd love to have you book a session. Do know when you have private sessions, obviously there's a lot more time with me, a lot more stuff comes through than doing these, but I kind of do them because I see some of my clients come back that I haven't seen in a bit, and it's nice to see people or people that I know that follow my page, and I like to give back once in a while. That's my brand, giving back. Michelle, hey Erica, nice to see you. Yeah, Tanya, your mother's saying take care of your headaches. Okay, Victoria, that made sense. I can't remember what I said to you because that was probably a couple of readings ago. Please, I'm glad that makes sense of what I did say to you, Victoria. Thank you for confirming. Paula, I lost my husband 8 years ago. Okay, you lost a husband 8 years ago. I have many signs, and said in an early text, I have so many signs coming at me, never before in 8 years that I noticed. Well, sometimes you're not ready to receive signs just yet. And Spirit kind of knows that. There could have been other things you're going through, obviously grief. And sometimes that, so people don't know, I'm a psychic and a medium, but I'm also a spiritual teacher and an end-of-life death doula. So sometimes like when you're grieving a lot, it does block you, or you've got a hard time believing in the other side, or you just got other things going on. It's very hard to receive messages. And when you're really ready and you're more relaxed, you might get them. So at this time, if you're starting to get a lot, he's letting you know. But he's telling me, Paula, you see him. You see him a lot, like in dreams, but you also see him like you've seen the outline of him. Paula, let me know if that makes sense or not. If it doesn't, let me know and say it doesn't make sense right now. But he's saying you've seen the outline of him, and you've seen him when you were awake. Okay. I only do like one reading per person at a time because I want to make sure that I can try to skim over this and read other people that I haven't read. I am going to say this to Kimberly. I know I did read you earlier, but I do feel bad about a friend that took his life because he did do it. He did it. He was not in a good mental state. He was not in a good mental state at all. I don't think he knew exactly what he was doing. He was under the influence of something, but he did do it. Okay. I lost my brother due to suicide. I'm sorry. He said, Kristen, he said he had to. I'm so sorry. He said that there was no way out. He was in a very, very bad situation, Kristen, and it had to do it didn't have to do with health. It had to do with something else, and it had to do with a female. Let me know if that would make any sense. Thank you for sending me the dogs. Okay, are there 3 or 2? What, I feel like they're the same family. Okay. All right. Does my grandpa have any messages for me? He said stay safe and put your seatbelt on. I have no idea. Let me know if you're driving without your seatbelt, Erica. Okay. Hey, Tara. Hey, Kevin. I have a lot of questions, but just want to know about my past. What happened to her breast area? It really hurts. Her breast or her chest. But it started in the stomach, but it feels like it went up to the breast. Did she end up having breast cancer? Kevin, please let me know. Chelsea! Yes, she does, Chelsea. She does know you've taken her on the last cruise, but not in a very big container, in a small necklace. Does that make sense? Ash, the number is 333 for you. Hey, Jody. Okay, lost my sister-in-law 2 months ago, and I've been losing everything she ever gave me. Don't worry, you'll get them back. She'll make sure you get them back. Hey, Kim. Hey, Mary, what's up? Okay, I'm going to be switching over to psychic messages in a minute. My friend John drowned in Lake Connecticut. Was in an accident. That is a very interesting one, Michaela. It was both. It was an accident, but it was too late for anybody to help him. Okay. Cindy Thomas. I don't think I read you yet. I lost my mom 11 years ago. She keeps coming to me in my dreams. What is she trying to tell me? First of all, she's trying to tell you she's okay. And when they come to dreams, it's not a dream, it's a visitation. So they can put, because you're in a relaxed state and it doesn't scare you as much. She said that she's okay. She's absolutely okay, and she's very calm. She was very afraid when she passed away. I feel like she was aware at some point what was happening. So, yeah, for sure. But she's okay now. Okay. I'm going to just take a few more medium questions from people that I have not read yet. Jamie, my dad will visit me in my dreams, but my mother never does, and she always was the chatty one. Yeah, but your dad was different than your mom in the sense of, I feel like you were closer to your dad. Your dad, he still needs you, and you took care of him and he took care of you, so there was a stronger bond. It's not that your mother doesn't want to talk to you. She feels like your dad needs you more. That's what I'm hearing, if that makes sense. Okay. All right. Thank you for people that are giving me comments with stars. That's nice. I don't really know what that means just yet. I'm still learning. So Karen, I asked to see a certain number, and I see it so often, way more than I think is normal. Really believe it's the sign that I asked for. It is the sign you asked for. Now, the thing about signs, people, everybody listen up, is you can say a very specific thing that you want to see from a loved one or an angel, and they will produce that for you. If you don't know what to ask for, look for something that's very specific to you. Like, for instance, a lot of people do the heart-shaped stone thing. You guys probably remember that story about one of my clients, I'll never forget this, I've shared this before, said, you know, Dad, if you're around me, show me a dill pickle. I'm like, that's kind of curious, but hey, whatever. And she's like, well, I used to eat dill pickles with them all the time. It was our thing. And the next thing I knew was, she said, the next day she knew, she saw a van go by and it had a big dill pickle on it. There you go. My dad passed a long time ago. I never felt him or had signs that I know. Sometimes they just don't come through. And you got to make sure that you're in a relaxed state to be able to pick it up. Pick it up what they're putting down. Okay. All right, I'm going to switch over to, hey Lisa, hey Katie. I'm switching over to psychic messages. What is this? I don't know how to activate a stars party. So psychic messages are about your life, where you're going, where you've been. I'm only going to be on for like another 5 to 9 minutes because Facebook Lives are usually 30 to 45. I know I've been talking a lot about other things, but I haven't been on for a couple weeks. So just a couple people that I haven't done medium readings for. I will, oh, I love all the kisses. Right back at you. Okay. Thank you. Kristen, I'm looking for my clarity around my professional life, and if you see anything on the horizon, it's been challenging. Ooh. You're going to have to wait 3 years for any really good changes, and you have to stay put in the industry you're working in right now. And Paula, I'm glad, I think that was the one I read earlier. You said he came to me recently, it was real. If you saw him with your eyes open, I think you're the person I said that to, you did have a real experience. Loved ones can generate enough energy that you can really, really see them. You can see them in full form. They can generate enough energy. I've been around for a long time. I've been professional in this industry for 17 years, but I have seen and understood spirit since I was 2 years old. It's amazing what they can do when they want to do it. And I can tell you, like many people already know this, but I lost my mom 7 months ago, And my mom is through my dreams every time. She's doing all kinds of stuff. She's setting off my alarm clock. I mean, I know I can communicate with her. I just want her to transition properly. But she's all over my grill, you know? And I'm really grateful because I have them and they just make me cry. And I miss her terribly. Okay. I'm going to try to read some other people that haven't asked a question yet on mediumship. Should my son continue on his path with his creativity and any special person he meets? Cheryl, miss you, girl. Yes, let him. And is it music related? I feel like it's music related, but I'm also getting food. Is he creating something with food? Yes. Wendy, it's been a bit, girl. Okay, Carrie. All right. All right, I know that. Hey, Megan. Hey, Shannon. Okay. All right. Any new people coming on? Do you have any questions? Isaac, I'm pregnant with identical twins. Woo! Okay, who have TTTS stage 2 horrible pregnant. Oh, my daughter's gonna make it. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have like a lot of abdominal cramps? Well, you wouldn't, Isaac, but with your or whoever's with you, but whatever. But I feel like there's a lot of bad cramps, and so you're gonna have to really stay put, big time. And I feel like there's a very good chance that the babies will be carried. Okay. Tell me what's in my future, please. That's a very big open-ended question. I would say, what is a stars party? Okay, I'm a little distracted. I'm seeing this on the bottom of my screen. Oh, thank you for all the loves, people. Tell me what's in my future, please. Change of love and new love. All right. Okay. Hey, Shelby. Was the deer a sign from my husband? Yes. I'm hearing yes. Sherry, what's going on? Burying my in-laws' ashes Saturday and the other half looking to spread in the ocean. Hope the burial, which is military, is okay. They're going to love the burial. Make sure that you are 14 miles away from the edge of the ocean, from the coast, because it's illegal to dump ashes anywhere closer than that. I think it's 4 nautical miles or 14. I got to double check my end of life doula training, but I think it was 14. Okay, I will talk. I don't usually talk about dark entities on this, but yeah, you've got some stuff going on, Margaret. Make sure you do some saging. Okay, I want to check out what's going on in a minute here. I lost my best friend and fiance 13 years ago. Now my son had joined him a year ago. Oh. They are not all together just yet, Shannon. I'm very sorry to hear this. They're not all together yet. Your son does see your best friend so far. I'm so sorry. So we'll have to go in a few minutes. Valerie, will I ever be my old fun self again? Give it a couple years, honey. I feel like by March 2026, you're going to feel a lot better. and there's just a lot of pain that will be eliminated from your life by then. Margaret, I do feel like you will be moving. And it's going to be out of state. All right, I got 1 more minute. I'm going to answer some questions. Then I'm going to check out what this star party is. I think all these people that gave me stars or something can be in this star party with me. I have no idea what it is. Okay, of course. Your wealth, Sandra. You have something with investments. Yes, music and starting on food. Oh, that's so cool, Cheryl. I love when all this stuff, especially when it's done like online, things are validating. To me, that's like so super cool. I am new here. Can you please tell me what changes you see for me and my son? That's a very big question. Did you like and follow my page yet, Margaret? I try to kind of answer the people that I know that do follow me. It's not that I'm trying to ignore you, but that's a really big question to get into right now. I'm going to be leaving in a few minutes. Hey, Karen. Good evening. Oh my God, Karen, I hope you're okay with the hurricane wherever you are. I'm glad that I made a strenuous day ending on a good note. So I'm going to have to sign off now on this. I might be popping over to the Activate the Stars party. I don't know what that is for just a few minutes because I do have to go home. I've been in my office all day. I hope that you enjoyed the readings. Please give me a lot of love and stars. I really appreciate it. So it keeps me going to want to come back here. Again, before you leave, do not let anybody contact you or don't respond to anybody saying they're me and asking you for donations or readings because it's a scam. And whenever they do this, if I catch them and I tell people to report them, then they change their profile to some other psychic medium's name. And no psychic medium should be doing that in the first place because it's not going to be them. Unless that's their regular type of business is contacting people on social media. If you want to visit my website, you can visit it, www.mediumlaurenrobbins.com. I'll put a link after this is processed, this video, where you can find me to request a session. Not tonight because it's too late, but on Monday nights, sometimes Tuesday nights, sometimes Wednesday nights from 8 to 10, you can find me on the Best Psychic Directory now for a couple of hours. They are emergency readings. They're by the minute. Through Best Psychic Directory. I've been with the platform for 14 years. You're going to see over 100 reviews on there from clients. But I do that for emergency readings. I also do self-booking on my website, and you can request or call in for a session. I want to say thank you for everybody for joining me. It was lovely to see you. I'm planning on every other Tuesday unless I have a personal conflict in my schedule to be on a Facebook Live. Please like and follow my page, because when I get to see people and they look familiar to me because I know that they have participated in Facebook Lives, I try to call on them, or if they're clients that have come to my events or my private sessions, I remember them. And it's not that I want to ignore everybody else, but there can be a lot of people coming on here. So I try to keep it fair, and I try to answer as many questions from new people too. But please like and follow my page for me to hopefully read you next time. Have a great night. I'm going to maybe see what this Activate the Stars party is for 1 minute. If you activated, if you're in that group, I'll see you. If not, good night. I guess the star party's over. Have a good evening. Send me lots of love. I'm going to give you lots of kisses. Just remember to ask your loved ones for signs. Tell them for something very, very specific. I've had people say, show me something that is a, thank you for everybody, that is a 4-leaf clover. And they see them in flowers. They see them in everything. Show me a heart-shaped something. Show me a dill pickle. Show me different things. Let me hear the specific song if you're around. Ask them. It's easier for them to produce signs for you that you can pay attention and identify. So with that information, have a lovely evening and check out my upcoming events. If you follow like my page, you'll always see when things are coming up that you can respond to and purchase tickets. And if you'd like to attend, have a good night and stay safe. COVID's coming back. Watch your face masks. Be careful out there. All right. Have a good night.